This is section number 3, that is employability, recruitment and the performance. So this is the process of the learning that is used for the individual gaining and the retaining, fulfilling the work. So this is the nature of the employability that we have discussed in the last class, that is in the yesterday's class. So it is a property of the individual that is used for the employability, that is related to the propensity of the graduate to obtain the fulfilling work. That is also used with the process, or that is also we can say the process of the learning, that is employability. And the employment rate of the graduates is a crude performance indicator of the employability development activity. And there is a direct link between the activity and the graduate recruitment success, that is a magic bullet that we have discussed in the last class. This is a diagram that shows a magic bullet. There is a HEI, then the employability development opportunities, and the graduates. There will be a graduate that is also used for the employability constraints. Then there will be graduate, there will be employability, then there will be employment. So these are the 5 terms, we can do the 5 steps of the employment. One is HEI, then the employability development opportunities, then the graduate, then employability, then employment. So this is the magic bullet model of employability, and there is no magic bullet solution to the employability that is used. And the factors that linking together the development of graduate attributes and obtaining an appropriate jobs are summarized in figure number 2, that is the next figure that is available. And this is we can say the pictorial representation. Yeah, Larry, your question is, what is the full form of HEI? Just a minute. This is high enterprise index. So employability development has three main focus that we've discussed. That is the development of employability attribute, development of self-promotion and the career management skills, and the willingness to learn and reflect on the learning. That is, what are the various employability attribute that is available, and what is the main focus of the employability attribute, what is the self-promotion attribute that is available for the development of the employability, and the career management skills, and there will be a willingness to work and learn and reflect on the learning. That is the focus of the employability attribute or employability development. And there are three core processes that also impact on the employability. First is the pedagogy, then the self-reflection, and the articulation. So these are the three parts or three core processes of the employability. So one is the pedagogic, one is the self-reflection, one is the articulation. That are the three core processes that is also impacted or that is also used with the employability. So employability is about how individuals engage with the opportunities, reflect and articulate their skills and the experiences. That is how individual works or engage with various opportunities, reflect and articulate their skills. That is how they manage their skills, how they, we can say, the manage the coordinate the skills that is also required, the skills and the experiences. And there will be recruitment practices that is also used, that is also a key element in the process by which the graduates get the job. There will be a requirement of the graduate, that is a recruitment process by which we can get the job. These are recruitment practices. This is figure number 2 that shows the how the what is the model of the graduate employability development. There is a subject area, there is employability development opportunities, this is the employability attributes, self-promotion skills, willingness to develop, then employability, this is the recruitment process, and there will be employer, employment, then these are the external factors, and there will be a graduate that also includes the extracurriculum or extracurricular experiences. And there will be a higher education and employer that need to work together to overcome the biases in the recruitment against some groups of graduates. So whatever the graduate that is used, or whatever the graduate that is also employing the capabilities, that contains a higher education and the employers that need to work together to overcome the biases, overcome the differences in the recruitment against some form of graduate. So whatever the form of graduate that is also used for the biasness that is required in the recruitment process. Then we will discuss about the example, that is a St. John College example, by which we can target that employability is achieved by the various methods like developing or the establishing the need of the businesses, achievement of the marketable skills within the academic learning, and the work experience that is embedding within the program. Whatever the experience that is required, that is embedded within the program. Then the next example is the University of the Newcastle upon type example or upon time. These are the few individuals who work together for their recognition and the currency. So this enables a student to experience the reality of the business operation. That is, they work in the live operations. What are the live business operation that is used in the employability, that is used as a recruitment process, that is used as employability operations. Then introducing the students to business owners, specialized advisors, and the business networks. Then providing the practical evidence, practical knowledge of the personal and the skill development that is validated by the sector. Then employers input into the course. So these are the few we can say the employability skills that is developed through these methods. Then next is developing the employability in the higher education institution that we have discussed. That is, what is the higher education institution, how to use the higher education institution, what is the system-wide development that is used. So employability is about the attribute development, building confidence, self-promotion skills, and encouraging the lifelong learning. And there is a more integrated approach with the central support services working with the program staff to develop, identify, the entry code, the skills, and the attributes. There is an integrated approach that is also used that is also used with the central support services that also works with the program staff to develop, that is how to develop and identify and record the skills and the abilities. And this is a range of activity that is used, that is a range of the employability enhancing activity within the institution that can be categorized into 4 areas. These are the 4 areas by which employability will be enhanced or various activities will be enhanced within the institutions or organization. And central services have been transformed over the last 5 years, and there are no marginal learning, or there is no marginal learning that is also available with the attribute development. And this is the holistic development of employability. First is the attribute development, then the self promotion and the career management, then willingness to learn and reflect on the learning. And there is an important initiative in supporting the disadvantaged student is the Association of the Graduate Careers Advisory Services, that is the AGCAS, that is the Association of Graduate Careers Advisory Services. Then we will discuss about the University of the Birmingham. That is also one of the employability criteria, that is one of the example in which employability is developed through the balancing the academic and the vocational requirements. So there will be a proper balance between the academic, that is the study related concepts, as well as the vocational related requirement or vocational concepts, and the development of links between the university and the local and the national employers. And employability is also developed through a flexible attitude towards the needs of the student on the course. That is, a flexible attitude means a proper, or we can say the molding attitude that is molded as per the condition, as per the situations. Then this is the example of the University of the Liverpool. That is the next example that is used. So in this we are using the LUSID, that is a Liverpool University Student Interactive Database, that is a web-based application or web-based personal development application, that is a planning tool that is used to, we can say, the build the gain importance or interaction among the student. That is a interactive database, that is a web-based database that is used with the online concepts for the online. Then next is the career management, that is a today's topic. That is no, career management we have also discussed, that is how, what is the career management and how to embed the employability in the curriculum, that is how to embed the employability in the career management concept, and how to embed the employability, or what is the national support or the central support that is required for embedding the employability in the curriculum. That is one of the example that is also used. And more programs are being revised to include the employability elements alongside subject-based learning in ways that meets the learner needs. So whatever the program that is used, whatever the program that is developed, that is revised, that is used to bring, or that is used to include the employability elements, that is used with the subject-based learnings in ways that meets the learner's requirement or learner's need. The University of the North London, that is also we have discussed. That is, the employability is achieved or developed through the active engagement with the employer. So there should be, or there must be a proper, or we can say the active engagement with the employer, with the, or there will be a proper coordination between the employer and the employee, as well as the subordinate and the superior, so that there will be a proper, we can say, the healthy environment between the employer and the employee. Then there will be employer assessment and the feedback. So there will be proper employer assessment also. There is a feedback also. That is, the feedback means what we have done, like a exit interview when the employee is leaving the organization, that is one kind of the employability attribute. Then the self-reflection, then developing the time management and the communication skills. So there will be proper time management and in the office in the regarding the employee, that is employability skill, and as well as the proper communication skill. There will be proper communication skill among the employer and the employee, so there is no communication gap between them. Then putting the theory into the practice, that is a real assignment. Then University of the Wales Bagger, that is the next example that we also discussed, that is multiple students, or the we can say the group of students are a formal and the accredit acknowledgement of the important and the valuable work that is used to perform the general knowledge, that is also used to perform the academic record, that is used in the academic sessions. So employability is developed through academic recognition of the values of the work and the experience, and the training the students as a mentor. So we can say we select some students as a mentor and some students become the mentee. So there will be a relationship between the mentors and the mentee, and mentors always guide the mentee. Next is the employability audits. In this there will be approach, that is audit in the institution, that is followed with the audit of the employability content of the program and the module. So whatever the module that is required, that is used with the program and the we can say the employability concepts. And this is also used in the higher education, that is also undertaking of the audit of every program that is used to determine that is how the employability skills are being embedding, that is how the employability skills are required for the growth of the employability, or we can say the how to identify the skill that is used with the schemes and the stages that is used with the employability audit. And this is one of the important scheme that is used. There will be a news sport audit program that is used to analyze the skills that is used by the student and develop an understanding of how innovative teaching increases and develop the employability skills. So there will be a proper we can say the balance between the teaching attitude and the attribute, so so that the teaching or the innovative teaching that increases and develop the employability skills. And we have already discussed some of the innovative teaching methods like the web-based teaching, one of the important concepts, and using the OMR sheet, using the web-based applications, using the any interactive teaching, that is the innovative teaching that increases and develop the employability skills. And that is also used with the high level skills that is used in the creative industries, collaborative case study also. And these are the recommended action that is used to reduce the mismatches that includes or that is included between the wider provision of the career education and the embedding IT skills development. There must be a proper we can say the provision that is occupied or that is carried out by the careers education, up to date and embedding the IT skills development, elective module opportunities for IT, career management, work-based learning, and the skills for the small business, and the active encouragement and development of the work placement activities. Now next is the outcomes and the benchmarks. That is what is the main what is the we can say the main criteria for using the employability audits, that is the outcomes and the benchmarks. So there is a quality assurance agency that is also used with the higher education, that is a QAA, that is a quality assurance agency, that is also one of the that is a standard that is used as a benchmark for the seeking the employability, or we can say the for seeking the employability audits. For example, academic departments at the University of the Wales, that is used to provide the clear statement about the employment aims of each program. That is a there will be clear cut instruction that is given for the program that is used with the employability skill, that is used with the management skill, that is used as the learner autonomy and supporting the employability oriented learning objectives. Then there will be introduction of the computerized managed learning environment. That is also one of the opportunity of the student, because students are nowadays more interested in the web-based application. That is one of the main goal for the employability in the curriculum. And there will be appropriate use of the learning environment, appropriate use of the technology that is used for the different approaches to the employability. So these are the few approaches techniques that is used with the web-based applications. And this project or the project has developed a set of number of practices that is used in collaboration with different subject areas. So there will be a proper balance between the academic courses as well as the vocational courses. And this approach covers around the 200 semi-structured interviews with the new graduates and those working alongside them, and there are nearly 3000 questionnaire that is prepared for the undergraduate. So this is a scheme that is one of the important scheme, where there will be a questionnaire that is provided to the students, and they can fill out the questionnaire so that we can take the reviews from the students, from the undergraduate students. And there will be a education also used for the employability that is neither harmful for the higher education institutions. And learning outcome tend to look after themselves when the learner engage with the content through a variety of well-conceived learning. So there will be a well-conceived learning that is available. There are multiple techniques that I already discussed, that is the web-based techniques. So work experience or employability is a curriculum takes many forms. There are multiple forms that is carried out by using the employability, or we can say there are multiple forms of getting the employability audits. Now next is the work experience, that is one of the major vehicle to enable the students to make the connection between their academic study and the world of work. So whatever the work that is used, whatever the academic study that is used, whatever the vocational study that is used or that the student occupies, so there will be a proper balance, or we can say the proper connection between the academic study and the world of work. And to we can say the familiar with themselves or familiar with the academic studies, or as well as the vocational study, as well as the world of the work that is used, there are multiple skills that is necessary to be effective in the work setting. And there is a daring report that is placed emphasis on the work experience, concluding that the student can benefit from the experience in many different settings that is used, such as the structured area, informal area, paid and the unpaid area. And the employers also benefited in a number of ways from these work. So that is a work experience example. Now, work experience is currently the main vehicle for the student to develop the employability skills. So this is one of the employability skills. So if an assignment question arises that what is the main vehicle for the student to develop the employability skill? So the answer is the work experience. So this is what we have covered in the last 4 classes. There are multiple employability skills, but the main content or the main vehicle that is used, that is a work experience, that is one of the important or the main vehicle for the student to develop the employability skills. Now, what are the various types of the work experiences that is required for the employability skills? So, work experience can take multiple forms that range from the traditional placement to the live project work to the part-time employment. So, there are multiple work experience because some persons may be work part-time, some persons may be on the ad hoc basis, some persons also use the live project work. So, there are multiple types of work experiences that is a part of the employability. And three main categories of work experience is identified over here. First is the organized work experience as a part of the program of the study. Then organized work experience that is external to a program of the study. So that is one is the internal, that is a part of the program of the study. One is external to the program of a study. One is the ad hoc work experience that is also external to a program of the study. So there are three types that is given. There are multiple types like the part-time, live project, traditional, ad hoc basis, but these are the three main content, or these are the three main work experiences that is required for the employability skills. One is any work experience that is a part of the program of the study. One is external to a program of the study. One is a temporary work experience that is external to the program of study. And there is some overlap between these categories. That is also one of the ad hoc basis concept that is undertaken by the students. Now, let us discuss one by one. One is as a part of the program of study. One is external to a program of study. Now, next is the ad hoc work experience that is external to a program of study. So, first is organized work experience as a part of the program of a study. And there are multiple, we can say there are three main work experiences that is also required in this. That is required as a part of the program of study. One is a conventional program with some work experience element. So there are three main variants that is also used with the organized as a part of the program of study. That is, one is a conventional program with some work experience that is attached to it, either as an optional or the compulsory component. Then generic work experience module that are specific or that is available to the student or a range of the programs. Then the work experience through a program that is wholly or predominantly delivered in the workplace setting, that is also required. That is a conventional program. These are the three main work experience that is used or that is as a part of or that is used as a part of the program of study, that is available with the program of study. That is the organized work experience as a program of the or as a part of the program of study. There are different or there are many different types of work experiences, including the part-time work unconnected to a program of study, that is also used with the work experience, that is also used with the part-time work. Then the next is the University of the East London. That is one example that this course promotes a critical understanding of the key aspects of the modern workplace. So whatever the modern workplace that is used, that is available with the modern concept that is used with the University of the East London. So next is the University of the East London example, that course that promotes a critical understanding of the key aspects of the modern workplace. That is also one of the best example that is used as a understanding, that is what is the aspect of the modern workplace. So School of the Education and the Community Studies work-based learning that becomes a complete graduate. This is one of the example. Whenever we use the work-based learning that was developed both as a response to the growing need of the student to work while they study and as a recognition of the value that such work can have in creating the today's complete graduate. So whatever the graduation, whatever the term that is used for the graduate, that is used for the growing student, that is the need of the student to work while they study, and as a recognition of the value that such work can have in creating the today's complete graduate. The unit provides student in the School of the Education and the Community Studies with an opportunity to make use of the part-time work that is undertaken during the study. That is also used with the study, that is also becoming the complete graduate. So there are multiple skills, there are we can say the multiple attribute that is used with the complete graduate, that is used with the today's complete graduate. The unit runs during the second semester of the second year. Then next is the developing the skills in the workplace. So how to develop the skills in the workplace. So the opportunity to work part-time and the gain work experience increases the student work readiness and prepare them for more flexible and the varied workplace at the future. So whatever the opportunity that is used to work part-time on gain the experiences in the that is gain the experiences in the increases the students work readiness. So whatever the work readiness that is also used to prepare them for the flexible and the varied workplace for the future, that is also used. And those taking the part of this or those taking the part in the unit develop four principal attributes. They are expected to become the specialist, journalist, self-reliant and the team player. So there are multiple parts that is also used. There are four principal attributes that is used. One is the self specialist, one is the journalist, one is the self-reliant, one is the team players. The next is the academic skills, that is what are the various academic skills that is required, that is used for the academic criteria. So this course or the academic skills promotes a critical understanding of that is what is used, how to use and what are the various key aspects of the modern workplace throughout the workshop, tutorials and the written assignments. And the students may attend as many of the 8 workshops and tutorial as they feel are needed to support themselves through their placement. So whatever the content or we can say what are the workshop and the tutorial that is needed to support themselves and throughout their placement. They're also required to produce 3 pieces of written work. So there are 3 pieces of written work that is used. There are 3 multiple parts that is required to produce the written work. The negotiated work that is also used for the generated work, that is a negotiated learning agreement that specify the general aim of the student project, planned research, transferable skills that is developed and enhance our learning or research methodology. So there are academic skill that is required, that is one of the learning outcome that is used for the methodology, and whatever the benefit that is gained by the employer as well as the student, and the learning resources that are to be made available. Students also compile a reflective learning log recording their learning experience and submit a written report which provides an opportunity to consolidate the work-based learning, that is how to use a work-based learning, and demonstrate the learning outcome, that is what are the various outcome, what are the various output of the outcome that have been made, that is a demonstration of the work-based learning and the demonstration of the working experience. Now next is a placement. So there are six main type of work placement, but students may vary with any company or institution that is agreed by all company concerned, that provides a work placement that most suits an individual student. A placement may be a part-time work in which the student is already engaged or something new. That may be a part-time work, that may be a full-time work, that may be a self-employed, that may be a work shadow, that may be a work opportunity that is also used, or that is also used as or submitted as a job description form and an employer consent form to the course tutor. So whatever the course tutor, whatever the consent form that is used as the employer for the employability, and that forces the student to be self-reliant, to explore and create the opportunity, negotiate and promote themselves. So this is the main criteria, that is how to develop the skills, that is the self-promoted skills, that is the negotiated skills, and the promoted skill, that is the promote themselves. And 44 students are involved in this project, and there will be education and the community studies that is also used for the London, Borough of the Barking and the Deckham as a school crossing patrol supervisor. Now employability is developed through, so these are the three criteria by which the employability is developed: through balancing and connecting academic and the vocational requirement. That is, there will be a proper balancing and connecting what are the various academic requirement, what are the various vocational requirement that is used to connect and balance the academic and the vocational requirement. Then recognizing the values of work experience in today's degree of program. That is, recognizing means we can say the taking the responsibility, or we can say taking the or recognize the values of work experience. That is, what are the various work experience that is required in the today's degree program, that is required for the today's degree program, that is used as a work experience for the employability and the priority constraints. Next is the flexibility of the attitude towards the need of the students on the course. That is, what is the flexibility of the attitude? What are the various content that is used in the flexibility, or that is used as the flexibility of the attitude that is changed as per the user requirement towards the needs of the student in the course. So this is also one of the target of the employability. Then there is a TCS, that is a forge link or forges link between the companies and the higher education. So whatever the companies need, whatever the requirement of the company, that is also required for the simple studies, that is also used for the simple studies, that is used, that is known as a TCS, that is a teaching company scheme, that is a government scheme that is managed by the DTI Small Business Service. So there is a TCS, that is a teaching company scheme, that is a government scheme that is used, that is managed by the DTI Small Business Service, that is designed to improve the business access to the skills and resources of the UK knowledge base. So whatever the knowledge, whatever the business skill that is required, that is also used as a resource of the UK knowledge base. And TCS forges a link between the companies and the staff at a higher education institutions. There will be a forge link between the companies and the staff at the higher education institution and other research based organizations. The TCS program that is results from these partnerships focus on the innovative projects. So there will be an innovative project that is also undertaken for the government, that are central to the strategic development of the company partners. And TCS regional consultant match the company need with a partner from the knowledge base and work with both the parties or partners in preparing a proposal. And when the project is approved, the two parties recruit their terms or recruit their best graduates for a post, and the TCS consultant monitor progress. Then how to promote the graduate to an associate? So the employer is working, or employee is recruited as a graduate, then he or she is promoted to the as a TCS associate, that gains the knowledge that have a multiple skill that is used with the company, or that is required, or that is occupied by the company for their skills. And I would really recommend TCS to other graduates. But be ready for a baptism of the betterment of the fire, because you are likely to give lots of responsibility from the beginning. And one of the main benefit of the associate is the amount of responsibility they are given from any or from early stages or early stage that is required. It is the associate who owns the project, supported by the staff at both the companies and the research organization. And at the end of the project, majority of the associates are offered at the permanent job by the company, and over half of the associates accept the post in their host company. This is just an example, that is how the graduates are promoted to the associates. Then next is the benefits to the company. That is, what are the various benefits that is provided by the company? That is the benefits to the company. These are the various benefits. And the company needed to produce alternative software to replace the bought-in component that was previously used, where the TCS associate Robert Morey and the Benjon Barnes came in. So these are the three employability enhancement criteria. That is how the employability enhanced. So employability is enhanced by finding the right graduates for the right job. So employability is increased by finding the right graduates. So there will be a proper right graduate that is used for finding the right graduates for the right jobs, working at both national and the regional level, then demonstrating to business the usefulness and cost effectiveness of the scheme. So what is the usefulness and what are the various cost effective method that is used with the scheme. Then building the links between the universities and the business. So there will be a proper link, or there will be develop a link between the universities and the businesses, that is also used with the business, the link and the opportunities. So these are the employability skills that is also required for the employability criteria. Now next is the conventional program plus the work experience. So that is a conventional program as well as the work experience. That is a connection of the conventional program plus the work experience. The work experience on the conventional courses include, so whatever the work experience that is used, that is the conventional, or that is used with the conventional courses, that includes the traditional placement on sandwich courses. That is a traditional placement that is also used with the sandwich courses. Then the short period of work experience on the non-sandwich courses, then the clinical or practice placements on some professional degrees, then the live project working, that is a collaboration between the students and the employers, and the work shadowing. So these are the five, we can say the five criteria, these are the five methods, so these are the 5 points that is used with the work experience on the conventional courses. That is used with the clinical or the practice placements on the some professional degrees. And the work done may or may not be directly assessed towards a final product. Sandwich placements are still taken as a paradigm for the work experiences, although that relatively few students are enrolled on them. So whatever the few student that is used, whatever the few content that is used, that is also placed with the few student, that is also used with the criteria that is used for the placement, that is used for the content of the placements. And the work experience on the full-time program is not confined to the undergraduate study. So whatever the undergraduate study that is also used, that is used for the confinement of the undergraduate methods. For example, that includes a placement in the vocationally oriented MPhil in the history. Film and the television example, and there are multiple available data that is also used. Then the generic module, that is what are the various generic modules, that the generic work experience module that includes the year-long placements unconnected to a specific program, that is a year-long placement. So there will be a year-long placement that is unconnected to a specific program. Credit for the part-time, term time, or the vacation work. So there will be a credit for the part-time work, for the term time work, and for the vacation work. Then the credit for the voluntary work, that is that there will be credit for the voluntary work that is also undertaken for the content of the criteria. Then the programs developed by the student union for the elected officers. So whatever the elected work, whatever the development work that is used, that is also used as a student union for the elective or elected officers. And generic modules are often assessed and count towards the final awards, and they may also attract the separate accreditations. And there will be University of Wales that is also run the generic year in the employment scheme for over 20 years. and the general work-based learning module at the University of Tutor or the University of the Luton, that is also one of the originated validated in the July 1993, and that is accredited as a level 2 module, that is revised in the June 2000 to incorporate a more structured element that is used, that is incorporated as a structured criteria, and that is used to help the student analyze and reflect upon their learning, and also enables the student to focus upon a much wider spectrum of work experience opportunity than the conventional placement learning. And to date, this module has been taken by the 450 students from many different degree programs, as one of the employer put it. The main benefit of work experience is that the student can focus on the issues, whatever the issue that is used. They focus on the factory management issues that will be used to examine, but never seems to find the time that is admitted with the generic courses. Now next is the work experience or organized work experience uh, as a or external to a program of study. That is the next part.